The 1998 Vauxhall Vectra SRI V6 Challenge already has a champion. ADR Motorsport's Mark Blair clinched the title at Oulton Park and can relax at today's final conflict. His championship-winning celebrations, though, have been on hold.
It's actually quite funny because the Monday after the race I came down with a bout of flu, and I've had it ever since, as you can probably tell from the croaky voice. So I've not actually had any chance at all to celebrate yet. So I'm still waiting for the moment when I go out and have a few beers with the team and say thank you to everybody, and I'm sure it'll really sink in then.
If he expects sympathy, forget it. One man who's got scores to settle is Barwell Motorsport's Simon Graves. These two have become quite familiar recently. Graves was disqualified last time out, handing Blair the title.
I'm sure that Simon Graves will have a point to prove, as he proved in qualifying. You know, he obviously went all out in qualifying to beat me, and he put his car on pole position, so he starts in front of me for the race today. But it was very, very close in qualifying. There was 0.05 of a second between us, so I'm sure that it'll be very, very close in the race. But at the end of the day, then I've just got to keep out of trouble, and you know, the team's got to run this car again next year, so the last thing I want to do is put it in a ball. So I'm going to keep out of trouble and wave people through if they want to come through.
If you believe that, you'll believe anything. Simon Graves and Flavio Figueiredo, though, are still in a fight for second place in the championship at the moment. Jason Yeomans is fourth, Dave Pinkney fifth, and Graham Coombs and Paula Sears sixth. This is the final lineup for 98. Graves and Blair start side by side. Should be an interesting first lap. Row 2 is Jason Yeomans and Flavio Figueiredo. Row 3 is James Rhodes and Graham Coombs. Paula Sears and Dave Pinkney are on row 4. Red light is on in and green straight away, and straight off the line go the front pair, but oh, James Rhodes, he's left. Oh, he's not. Big smoky front right there, so James Rhodes gets a load of wheel spin on the third row, but straight into the lead goes Simon Graves in the Barwell Motorsport number 7 car, and just look at that, heads off up towards Maggott's corner, straight away in front of Jason Yeomans and Mark Blair. Who's it first? It is Jason Yeomans. Yeomans has come through from the second row of the grid to take second place, but already Blair is attacking. Oh, smoky front rights on the braking into Beckett's corner, and straight underneath goes Mark Blair in the ADR Motorsport car. So Blair is after Graves. I said it was going to be an interesting first lap. Yeomans then is third. Flavio Figueiredo is fourth. Paula Sears is fifth already, so Paula Sears has got a brilliant start then. Graham Coombs is behind her, Dave Pinkney's behind him, but already attacking. Oh, Flavio Figueiredo at Abbey corner there. Well, that was commitment from the Brazilian. Straight up the inside then, and number 3, Jason Yeomans in the Tech Speed Motorsport car. He goes back to fourth. Still in fifth place is Paula Sears, and then only 1 of 3 right behind them. Still leading is Simon Graves. Blair, though, hot on his heels. Then it's Figueiredo, the pre-season favourite. Remember, he's looking to try and take second place in the championship if he can, and he's got to work very hard. He's got to be in front of Simon Graves, effectively, to try and do that. Graves has got to finish badly, but look at Sears having a go at Yeomans. So Paula Sears, well, she is growing in stature as this season has progressed. Paula Sears really is driving brilliantly towards the end of the series. She's in 5th place on the track, and she's heading for 5th place in the championship at the moment. Graham Coombs is behind her, then it's Mark Tysers in the number 1 car. Already he's got a mirror hanging, and now he's got Dave Pinkney really giving him a shove there. So Dave Pinkney looking for a way past as well. That's going to give the pit crew something to look at now as they come down the front straight. There is Dave Pinkney in car number 5, chasing Mark Tysers in car number 1. Guesting for the day, Pinkney at Cops. Does he get under him? Well, he's all but through the right-hander. At least they've got nice wide sandpits here, you know, Dave. Up towards Maggott's now. There's Paula Sears tipping in front of Graham Coombs. As Tysers and Pinkney are side by side at Maggott's, and Tysers bounces on the curve. Pinkney takes advantage into Beckett's, but straight back comes Tysers, or does he? As they head towards Ireland's. Well, they won't get 2 of them through there already. There's someone bit on the dirt. Here's Ireland's. Oh, and Coombs has knocked the bollards down. Pinkney comes through and has to dodge bits of trackside furniture flying everywhere. Back at the front, and it's just as exciting. 7 is Graves, 6 is Blair. Oh, Graves runs wide and Blair comes back. This is definitely going to end in tears between these two. There cannot be a lot of love lost depending on how much paint they're going to swap today. Down, under, it gets no worse than that then. Blair gets a shove, or did he cut across the nose of Graves? Who knows, who cares? Well, Flavio Figueiredo might in 3rd place, of course. So, Figueiredo gets a bird's eye view of these two battling it out on every turn here. Graves has the advantage again. Blair is back in 2nd place. Figueiredo is still 3rd. Jason Yeomans is 4th. Wow, what a Vectra race. What a finale to the season. These two have been at it hammer and tong for the last half of the year. Graves was disqualified for a passing tactic he put on Blair at Oulton Park. And if they're not not careful, they're going to be in trouble here as well. So we're looking at Blair. He's chasing Graves. Up towards Cox now. Still Figueiredo in third place in car 11. Then it's the 3 car of Jason Yeomans. Looking back now. Paula Sears is next up, followed by Graham Coombs there in car 14. Then it's Mark Ticehurst in 1 and Dave Pinkney back there in 5. Maggots heading up towards Beckett's. So close between these two, and straight to the inside goes Blair, and touch surely. Yes, of course they do. Well, that was inevitable. Over the curves, no way through islands. Push shove. Well, we'll make our own track. More bollards to the wind. Flavio Figueiredo trying to find some advantage over these two. He's got to be brave to go by them, that's for sure. And a look to the left and a look to the right from these two. As again down into Abbey braking area. Graves as he overshoot. Oh, nicely done, Blair. Bangs it down extra gear and straight underneath Gravesy. Great stuff. I like a dogfight, especially the Vectra. Flavio Figueiredo then looking for a way too. Still Jason Yeomans keeping a respectful distance. Coward. Still at the front. Blair. Still second. Graves. Flavio Figueiredo still third. Wondering what he's got to do for this. Maybe he's going to wait until they push each other off and then he's going to take the win. Side by side again. Graves just has the advantage. Will he hold it? Well, dear me, there has been a lot of damage done to these two cars already. Superficial only, of course, nothing to stop them from racing. Graves versus Blair, and I mean that. This will be on a pay-per-view channel next year. Woodcote corner then, still it's Graves that has the advantage in the 7 car with Blair right, breathing down his neck. Onto the start and finish straight there, and the pit crew's biting through their nails. They'll be down to their knuckles by the time this race is finished. Into Cops. Graves, Blair, Figueiredo hanging on in there in third place. Jason Yeomans, I think, is done and dusted. He's going to stick with 4th. Wise man. Up towards Maggots corner now then. This has been the most static these 3 have been for a little while. What am I talking about? Blair is homing in. Will he go for that inside line in the braking area? Beckett's? Not this time round. So it's Graves holding the advantage as they go into Islands corner now. Oh! Or go off at Islands corner, whatever you prefer, chaps. Figueiredo still third. You can see Jason Yeomans, he'll be dropping back into Paula Sears' grip if he's not careful in a minute or two, because she is driving brilliantly. Back at Yeomans, then it's Sears, then it's Coombs, as again at Abbey. We've got the race leaders. No mistake this time from Graves, or is there? He runs wide again, and Blair gets back on it straight away. So heading down towards Bridge corner now. Figueiredo still there in third as the front 2 jockey for position through Priory. 1, 2, 3, the 7 car, Graves, the 6 car, Mark Blair, then it's Flavio Figueiredo, the Brazilian. Trying to find a way to sneak up on these two while they are having this very, very personal battle at the front of this last Vectra race of the year. What a way to go out. Big crowd here at Silverstone as well. They'll be excited. Woodcote corner again. Still Simon Graves and Shepparton in Middlesex. Leads Mark Blair from Matlock in Derbyshire. Followed by Cambridge-based Brazilian Flavio Figueiredo. Well, Figueiredo must have started this season as the favourite. Really, he has been outshone by the way things are going. He's had 3 wins this year. About down the track, there is Paula Sears going through. Graham Coombs is next. Then up should be Mark Ticehurst. Number 1 car is Mark Ticehurst. He's taken over the Vauxhall Sport guest car for the day. Not quite doing with it what he would like to, that's for certain. On the back there is Mark Nicol. Back at the front, through Islands corner. Graves and Blair. Absolutely fixated with each other, these two. Blair looks to the inside line and Blair goes, oh, and there's a problem, definitely a problem there. So, the number 7 car of Simon Graves, you saw him looking down in the windscreen. He has a problem with that car. He's gone back to 3rd place now. Figueiredo's gone through in the 2nd place. Still running. Simon Graves then. Wow, what absolutely diabolical luck after being disqualified last time out at Alton Park for a bit of a battle with Blair. This time round he has some kind of a mechanical problem and that looks pretty terminal to me. It's on the rev limiter. Sounds like it is stuck in a gear. It's on the rev limiter then. Simon Graves has a problem. Well, was it because that car's bashed? Or was it because he was trying so very, very hard he's worn it out? Who knows? It is the end of the season. So it's Mark Blair now versus Flavio Figueiredo. Now, big question. Flavio Figueiredo, if he wins this race, he will gain maximum points. At the end of the day, he's battling with Simon Graves for 2nd place in the championship. Graves has a major problem. Now, can Graves nurse that car round to the end of this race and therefore get some championship points? In passed now by Jason Yeomans. Jason Yeomans is up to third. Here he is in car 3. So Graves has gone back to 4th place now. Really is a major problem. You can see him there in the yellow car slipping back further and further. Blair is at Beckett's. Flavio Figueiredo's behind him. Blair knows it, you can tell. The whole rear end of the car locked up there into Beckett's corner. He's bouncing off the curbs. He wants to win this one. Was this the man that said he would wave somebody through if they were pushing and shoving? Somehow I didn't believe him then, and I think he's proved me absolutely right. Mark Blair then, bit of a fibber there, boy. Flavio still in 2nd place. Yeomans is 3rd now. Can Flavio Figueiredo get the better of Mark Blair and take advantage of Simon Graves' misfortune? Well, Simon Graves really has been the unluckiest man this year in the Vectra series. It looked like he was going to win the series at one point quite easily. Then it was down to Mark Blair, who took the championship after that disqualification at Alton. Blair only has to drive round here just for his bands and just for his family and, of course, just for his team. So a win in the final round would go down absolutely brilliantly, but Flavio Figueiredo's aiming to stop him. Figueiredo right there in 2nd place. Now then, can he squeeze that extra little bit out of that Vauxhall Vectra SRI V6? We'll find out very soon. Woodcote corner again. I've got to say, Blair looks too good. Mark Blair really is driving brilliantly. Over the line, looks at his pit board. Up towards Cox. Lights blazing, and it's Coombs who's moved through into 5th place now. Graves has gone back another place into 6th. You can hear that car absolutely on the rev limiter. Just listen to it as it pops its way past the start and finish straight. His team will be absolutely, well, they'll be blocking their ears. I don't want to be hearing that thing on the rev limiter for the next few laps. Beckett's corner, race leader, Mark Blair, 1998. Vauxhall Vectra SRI V6 Challenge champion. Through Islands, nice and neat. In fact, that's the neatest I've seen him go through there all day. Flavio Figueiredo still in 2nd place, still holding on there. As far as I can see, he's watching his mirrors, but no challenge from behind, and very little challenge from Figueiredo for the front place either. Maybe he's relying on a mistake from Blair. I think he'll have a long wait. Out of Abbey corner. Down towards Bridge corner now. Still Figueiredo sitting in the slipstream of Blair, albeit a long way off. Under bridge, round bridge, on towards Priory. Slithering out of view, Mark Blair in control, well and truly. The championship is his. He wants to end the season on a race win, and who is going to stop him? First of all, it looked like Simon Graves might have a good go at it. Then Flavio Figueiredo. But right now that Blair has settled down, it looks to me like Blair has got it all sorted. Might have one of the most dented Vectras out there on the track, but it looks like a race-winning one. And a miracle is not going to come Flavio Figueiredo's way, because the checkered flag is out. Mark Blair wins the final race of 1998. Flavio Figueiredo is going to be in 2nd place, and the calculators are out now to see what that does for Figueiredo's championship position. Back to Simon Graves, he's still out on the track. Number 4, there's Pete Cate. Well, Pete Cate's already won the Fiesta race today, so Pete Cate having a good tin top day. Not so though, Simon Graves as he limps home in 8th. And the drama continued off track as it had on. Graves and Blair were excluded from the results. Flavio Figueiredo was confirmed as the winner, Yeomans 2nd, Paul Sears a great 3rd, Graham Coombs 4th, Ticehurst 5th, and Peter Cate 6th. And on the podium, Mark Blair and his minders had absolutely no idea he was about to be excluded. The smile was about to disappear from his face. When we caught up with him, he thought he'd just had a hard race.
I mean, we'd had several moments of contact throughout the course of the race, and I think we've been across the curves and across the grass and all over the place. It was just an absolutely hectic race, and I think he just had one excursion too many, and something must have broke on the suspension, I think.
Well, they say winners are grinners, but Flavio Figueiredo's not happy.
Yeah, I tried as hard as I could, but I was feeling ashamed of me being that race, because the way those 2 cars in front were fighting, that's not race. So for me it was just staying in my place and expecting one to take each other off, because I have never seen that before, and I hope I don't see it again.
I have a feeling 95% of the Silverstone crowd won't agree with him, but it is Figueiredo who comes into 2nd place in front of Graves now. Yeomans, Sears and Coombs round out the top 6.